Today I'm going to talk about the RFID chip, better known as the radio frequency identification chip, and even better yet known as the microchip. About a year and a half ago, a friend of mine on Facebook by the name of Victor asked me if the RFID chip was the same as the mark of the beast. And I said, of course it is, Victor. I said, you want me to do a video on it? Is that what you're getting at? He said, absolutely. I said, okay, I will. He had heard me talk on Blog Talk Radio about such things. And not Blog Talk, I'm sorry, on KineticHiFi.com out of Charleston, South Carolina, which I did about 30 shows until I was asked by Bob Charles, who I did the shows with, not to talk about the Jews because his boss, or I should say the old bitch that he was living with and controlled him and supported him, had Jewish friends. So of course I responded with, of course I won't stop. I don't chase ghosts. I don't talk about the Illuminati. I talk about who is in the Illuminati, who founded the Illuminati, who controls the Illuminati. And they're Jewish. And I don't talk about the New World Order because it's not new. It's been around for thousands upon thousands of years. And I refer to it not as the New World Order, but as the Jew World Order. Just like I don't speak about the television and call it television. I call it Jew vision or Talmud vision. And if I offend you, I think you know by now, I don't give a frack. So let's talk about the RFID chip. Victor, of course, liked the video, and then he asked me, he says, wow, all this biblical prophecy is true. And I told him, I says, Victor, this is not prophecy. This is nothing more than a plan set down as prophecy to fool the masses. Daddy was a little stunned by it. He was a little turned off by it, but he got over it. The reality is the RFID chip is here. The microchip is here, and your kids, your grandkids, when they're born, many of them in certain hospitals in the United States and good portions of Europe, especially Great Britain, and of course in Israel, named after Isis, Ra, and El Shaddai, the storm god of the High Coast kings, who became the Habaru or the Hebrew. Knew this. This is all part of a plan, a very dire, dangerous plan. This RFID chip not only identifies your children or your whereabouts if you're chipped, just like your dogs, your pets, and your cats, but it also controls your emotions. You could learn that if you watch the movie The Island of Dr. Moreau, the third version. The first version was done in 32 or 37, I forget, around those years, with Charles Lawton as Dr. Moreau. Second one was done in 1977 with one of my favorite actors of all time, Burt Lancaster. And the third one was done several years ago, maybe about 12 to 15, with Marlon Brando as the good doctor and Val Kilmer. You'll see that he actually controlled the animals that he converted into men with cloning techniques and gene therapy by pressing a button. In other words, if their emotions got out of whack, if they got violent, he'd press a button and control them. He could actually knock them out. In fact, he could even kill them with this chip. They can do the same to you. They can control your emotions. What's worse, they could read into your thoughts. Yeah, they could see into your minds and know what you're thinking. And if they don't like it, they could shut you down. And I mean permanently. They could terminate you with extreme prejudice. They have the means. This is a fact. This is what's happening. Now, to give you a little more background on this, in 2005, George Bush signed over the United States to the Pan-American Union. I believe that's what it's called. There's also another name for it. And literally, there is no United States, just like there is no Constitution. You just think there is. And what it stated in the papers, if you read the executive orders, is that by 2008, oh, let me just go back for a minute. This is why immigration laws are not enforced, because there are no immigration laws. Stop kidding yourself. Stop putting stupid, silly posts on Facebook about let's enforce immigration laws. There are none. They're null and void. They're not in effect. Let me continue. It's stated that by 2008, all passports would have an RFID chip in them. And then later on, everyone would be microchipped. Would have it in their license, and then it would go from the passport to the license to the hand or to the head. Yes, it is the mark of the beast, and it's been planned out for many, many, many years through alien or extraterrestrial, or as I like to say, interdimensional technology, because these aliens don't really come from another planet. They come from the spaces within the spaces in the area of another planet in another dimension. I know I'm way above your heads to some of you on this, but some of you do know. This is the reality, folks. You have to accept it. Now, I know many of you cannot accept this. You'll go out on the next election and vote for Hillary, who is nothing more than a Freemasonic witch. That's why I call her Twisted Sister, because she's a fat, ugly bitch and a murderess. Or you'll vote for the Republican candidate of your choice, whoever they nominate. And believe me when I tell you, you're voting for no one, because the winner is already picked. You're given selections to vote for. When you go to vote, you might as well play the song, the old theme song to the movie Ride. Roll 'em, because you're nothing but cattle accomplishing nothing. There are no elections. The time for elections are long past. The time for peaceful protest are long past. They don't work. It's time to lock and load, get ready, and prepare for what's coming. Because a great storm is coming, folks, and you might as well prepare for it, because it will bring death to many on mighty wind. There's always a period of quietude, as I've said many times, or a lull before a storm. The greater the lull, the greater the storm. They'll do it through gun control. They'll have a false flag terror attack in which a Manchurian candidate will go in and kill some more kids like they always do. And you'll cry out, how could you let this happen? We've had it. We'll accept gun control. It's called problem, reaction, solution. Or Hegelian dialect, to be more technical. Thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Wake up, folks. Nobody, no matter how mad they are, goes into a school and starts shooting kids. It just don't happen. I ain't buying it. The Phoenix is too smart to be fooled. I've been around the block many times. Been to hell and back. Several times. Was even kicked out of hell. Satan himself didn't like me because I was inciting a riot. So I thought my escape was rather bold and daring, but I think the old silver-tongued devil let me out. He didn't want me there. He likes complete control. But anyway, folks, I know many of you will not agree with what I have to say, and frankly, I don't give a damn. It's a thing of no interest. The opinions of liars, Paul Parrots, cowards, and politically correct, insidious, pseudo-intellectual fools are truly of no interest to men of my stature. And there are many like me. They may not have access to the net. They may not have access to the knowledge that I have, but they're my kin. They know what's happening, and they're ready, and they're getting ready. We are Legion. We are the warriors of the rainbow. We come in many colors: white, black, Hispanic. Yeah, there are many of us. We're ready. We are the rainbow, warriors of the rainbow, as talked about in Hopi prophecy. And we're not here to play games. We're here to wake up as many of you as we can and bring back balance back to Mother Earth. The balance between good and evil, and hold it forever at bay, so that those of you who reincarnated to learn lessons that you forgot or need to learn for the first time, do so. get you out of the box, break the mental chains that bind you. And then again, there are many who do agree with me, as I said, but who won't talk about it or post about it because they're afraid. Well, friends, fear is the forerunner of failure. When fear knocks at the door, open it. You'll often find that there is no one there. And if there is, open up a can of worms on them, a can of whoop ass, and see how fast fear runs and hides, because fear is a bully. And then there are those who do speak about it. And to you who do speak about it, I commend you. For you are the lights at the end of a very dark and dangerous tunnel, the bringers of a new dawn. You and I will not see the bank accounts of our brothers and sisters stripped of capital. We will not see them thrown into concentration camps for the purposes of unmitigated control over humanity. We will not see them thrown into FEMA coffins as depicted in the murals that line the world's walls of Denver Airport. I haven't been here in a few years, but in 2006, the last time I was through Denver, as I was at a UFO conference, a MUFON conference, and MUFON's been infiltrated too, in Denver. Had a great time, did some hiking, it was fun. But folks, you are the bringers of the new dawn. Now I know the rest of you will go back to your couches, your sofas, your recliners, your housework, your chores. You'll post silly stuff on Facebook or My Likes or whatever you're going to do and pretend that all is well. Take another Xanax, a Valium, a Klonopin, a Roxy or an oxycodone. Most of you are addicted, 80% of you all are addicted to some sort of drugs anyway. I was once in that situation. No more, not for years. Too smart for that crap. I don't even drink alcohol. The only thing I'll do is weed, because weed enlightens the consciousness and makes one healthy, regardless of what you've been told. Yeah, cannabis is a cure. It's manna from heaven. Wake up. But you, as I said, you have a choice. You could pretend all is well, or you could join me. And if you join me together, we can make the Zionist Anglo-American Empire in Washington, D.C., the district of the conspiracy, on your Potomac, tremble, crumble, and fall. And we are Legion. That's all, folks.